John Liberal Association pace are behind the gate. The gate is approaching the top of the stretch. On the rail, Bright Jennifer with Steve Mahar. Charlton Sealster, Mike Stevenson. Moondust Hanover with Jody Hennessy. Ruffian Lass with Ricky Armstrong, and from the outside, post number 5, Charlotte's Gem and Doug Falcons. 5 starters. Here they come. They're off, and as they leave the wire, Moondust Hanover goes bidding for the top. Inside of him is Charlton Sealster, and on the outside of him, Charlotte's Gem, and they race into the turn. In between on the rail, it's Charlton Sealster and Moondust Hanover. Charlotte's Gem on the outside, racing third by the 8th pole. Ruffian Lass is 4th in the trailer. Bright Jennifer up the backstretch. An early battle for the opening lead. On the outside, Moondust Hanover finally takes it over from Charlton Sealster, and Ruffian Lass out from 4th and driving on from 3rd. Ruffian Lass goes chasing the leader as they go by the quarter. Moondust Hanover, the opening quarter in 31-2, and Ruffian Lass at his wheel, battling for the top as well. Charlton Sealster is racing 3rd along the rail. Then Charlotte's Gem and Bright Jennifer has yet to move and is trailing 5th. By the 3/8 pole, Moondust Hanover takes them by that marker, and he leads off the top turn as they come down the stretch for the half. Moondust Hanover on the outside. Ruffian Lass is challenging 2nd. Charlton Sealster is racing 3rd. Then Charlotte's Gem, and moving from the back of the pack comes Bright Jennifer, but Moondust Hanover has a 1-length lead. He took them by the half in 1:03-3. Into the turn for the second time. Moondust Hanover up along the rail to 2nd. Charlton Sealster. Ruffian Lass hangs 3rd now on the outside. There goes Bright Jennifer. 3 wide and goes to 3rd by the 5/8 pole. Moondust Hanover, Bright Jennifer faster than them all on the outside, and she quickly takes command. It's Bright Jennifer and Moondust Hanover, Charlton Sealster, then Charlotte's Gem and Ruffian Lass, but Bright Jennifer turns it on and goes by the 3/4 with a 2-length lead. The 3/4 in 1:35-3. Bright Jennifer leads by 2.5. Moondust Hanover and Charlotte's Gem on the outside, now racing 3rd. Charlton Sealster 4th. Ruffian Lass trails 5th. Bright Jennifer turns it on the 7/8 pole. She takes them home. Bright Jennifer, Moondust Hanover, and Charlotte's Gem is 3rd. Halfway down the stretch, Bright Jennifer has the lead. Moondust Hanover tries to keep up, and Charlotte's Gem is 3rd. But Bright Jennifer at the line, and here they are. At the line, Bright Jennifer, Moondust Hanover, then Charlotte's Gem, Charlton Sealster, and Ruffian Lass. Time for the mile, 2:07. And we parade at the wire now the unofficial winner of this afternoon's 3rd race, the East St. John Liberal Association pace. Number 1, Bright Jennifer. Bright Jennifer is a bay mare 4 years by Willowbird out of Seabright, she by Tarport Irvin. Owned by the Jenny Lake stable of St. John, trained and driven by Steve Mahar. Bright Jennifer picks up her 3rd winning trip from 6 starts in 1991 this afternoon in 2:07. We welcome trackside now to help present the colored cooler to Bright Jennifer, several members of the East St. John Liberal Association, along with, of course, Mr. Peter Treitz, and presenting the cooler is, from Exhibition Park Raceway in the 50-50 draw, Jerry Smith. So congratulations to Bright Jennifer, owners of Jenny Lake Stable of St. John, and trainer-driver Steve Mahar taking race number 3, the East St. John Liberal Association pace.
Race number 3 is now official. From the top down, your card should read, Bright Jennifer was your race winner. Charlton Sealster 4th. Moondust Hanover was 2nd. Ruffian Lass 5th. Charlotte's Gem was 3rd. From the top down, that's 1:42.53. Times for the mile, 31-2 to the quarter. Half in 1:03-3. 1:35-3 at the 3/4. Time for the mile was 2:07. 6 settling in behind the gate. The gate is approaching the top of the stretch. We have Sandfella with Morris Benson, OB's Playmate with Jody Hennessy, Signal Hill Lease with Ivan Davies, Oblin Dawn, John Davidson, Gemini Jade, Ross McDonald, and Dewey Dynamo with Steve Mahar. Here they come. They're off, and as they leave the wire, they're 3 wide going out of the gate with Gemini Jade on the outside showing the top. In along the rail, that is OB's Playmate, and in between horses, that's Signal Hill Lease. Sandfella is on the run, scattering the trailers. Up front, it is Gemini Jade, now taking the top with OB's Playmate 2nd. Signal Hill Lease is 3rd. Sandfella is 4th. That is on the outside, Dewey Dynamo making a move from 5th and trailing the field in 6th. That is Oblin Dawn. They go to the quarter pole with your leader, Gemini Jade, with OB's Playmate sitting 2nd. They were by the quarter in 31 seconds. It is Gemini Jade with Obi's Playmate sitting second. Back 4 lengths to Signal Hill Lease in third. Dewey Dynamo is fourth. Sandfella fifth. Trailing the field in sixth. That is Oblin Dawn. They come on around the top turn, coming down the stretch for the half. It is still Gemini Jade with Obi's Playmate sitting second. Now making a move. Third on the outside is Dewey Dynamo. Signal Hill Lease following cover fourth. Sandfella is fifth and trailing the field in sixth. That's Oblin Dawn. They were by the half in 104 and 2. Your leader there was Gemini Jade with Dewey Dynamo up on the outside racing second. Obi's Playmate along the rail in third. Signal Hill Lease is fourth. Sandfella fifth, trailing the field. Oblin Dawn on by the 5/8 pole up the backstretch, heading for the 3/4. It's Dewey Dynamo showing on top now with Gemini Jade second. In the garden spot in third, that is Obi's Playmate with Signal Hill East moving fourth. Back 10 lengths to Sandfella in fifth, and Oblin Dawn trails the field. They were on by the 3/4 pole in 1:36 and 2, and your leader there was Dewey Dynamo, but they're starting to catch him now. Signal Hill East is second on the outside. Obi's Playmate third along the rail. Spent fading fourth, that's Gemini Jade. Oblin Dawn trailing the field. Sandfella come down the stretch, racing for home. It is Dewey Dynamo by about 2 lengths with Obi's Playmate in second. Signal Hill East on the outside third. They're coming down to the wire. It's Dewey Dynamo starting to catch him. That's Signal Hill East, but at the wire it's going to be Dewey Dynamo, Signal Hill East, Obi's Playmate, Oblin Dawn, Sandfella, and Gemini Jade. Time for that mile was 2:09 and 1. Now parading to the wire, your unofficial winner of race number 7, horse number 6, Dewey Dynamo. Dewey Dynamo is a bay gelding, 8 by Captain Al out of Nebraska Queen, she by Axkerben. Owned by Ron Chamberlain of St. John, trained and driven by Steve Mahar for Dewey Dynamo. That's his 6th win from 15 tries at EPR this season. Time today, 2:09 and 1. Horse number 6, Dewey Dynamo with Steve Mahar. Race number 7 is now official. Sandfella was 5th. Obi's Playmate 3rd. Signal Hill East was 2nd. Oblin Dawn was 4th. Gemini Jade finished 6th. And Dewey Dynamo was your race winner. From the top down, your program should read 5:32. Times 31 seconds to the quarter, 104 and 2 to the half, 136 and 2 to the 3/4. Time for the mile, 2:09 and 1. All set now for race number 4 with a field of 7 settling in behind the gate. The gate is approaching the top of the stretch. Maritime Pipeline with Mark Collett, Jonesy Hanover and Ross McDonald, Obi's Playmate with Jody Hennessy, Sandfella, Morris Benson, Dewey Dynamo with Steve Mahar, Shrieky Sheila, Tom Mason, JR's Pegasus and Mike Stevenson. Here they come. They're off, and as they leave the wire, that's Jonesy Hanover going for the lead. Dewey Dynamo's on 2 on the outside. Along the rail, that is Maritime Pipeline in 3rd. Sitting 4th, Obi's Playmate. 5th is Sandfella. Shrieky Sheila sitting 6th and trailing the field in 7. JR's Pegasus going for the top now, and now taking, that's Dewey Dynamo with Jonesy Hanover sitting 2nd. Maritime Pipeline races along the rail in 3rd. In 4th, that's Obi's Playmate. Then comes Sandfella. Shrieky Sheila. JR's Pegasus trails the field. They were by the quarter in 31 and 1, and your leader there was Dewey Dynamo. 3/4. Jonesy Hanover sits 2nd, back another half a length to Maritime Pipeline in 3rd. Obi's Playmate is 4th, Sandfella 5th, 6th at Shrieky Sheila, and trailing the field, that is JR's Pegasus. Swing off the top turn coming down the lane for the half. Your leader is Dewey Dynamo. Jonesy Hanover in 2nd. Maritime Pipeline sits 3rd, now making a move from 4th. That's Obi's Playmate. Following cover 5th, Sandfella. Shrieky Sheila 6th. JR's Pegasus trails by the half in 103 and 2. Your leader was still Dewey Dynamo with Jonesy Hanover 2nd. On the outside 3rd now, making a move. That is Obi's Playmate. Along the rail in 4th, Maritime Pipeline. On the outside 5th, Sandfella. 6th is Shrieky Sheila trailing the field. JR's Pegasus. Up front it is still Dewey Dynamo, but lapped on him now, that is Obi's Playmate. Sitting pretty 3rd, that is Jonesy Hanover. On the outside 4th, Sandfella. By the 3/4, 135, and it's still Dewey Dynamo. Driving hard 2nd on the outside is Obi's Playmate. Jonesy Hanover along the rail in 3rd. Sandfella is 4th. JR's Pegasus 5th, Shrieky Sheila 6th, and trailing the field, Maritime Pipeline. They swing off the top turn, heading for home. It is Dewey Dynamo on the outside. That's Obie's Playmate along the rail. That's Jonesy Hanover. They come down to the wire, and at the wire it's going to be Dewey Dynamo, Jonesy Hanover, Obie's Playmate, Sandfella, JR's Pegasus, Shrieky Sheila, and Maritime Pipeline. Time for that mile, 2:05 and 2.
In front of the grandstand with his second winner of the night is Steve Mahar, this time with the winner of race 4, number 5, Dewey Dynamo. Dewey Dynamo is a bay gelding, 8 years old, by Captain L out of Nebraska Queen. She's by Axar Ben. Owned by Ron Chamberlain of St. John, trained and driven by Steve Mahar. Dewey Dynamo gets his 7th win of the season, his 2nd in a row, and his fastest, 2:05 and 2. Number 5, Dewey Dynamo, and Steve Mahar. Result of the 4th race is now official. Maritime Pipeline was 7th. Jonesy Hanover 2nd. Obie's Playmate 3rd. Sandfella 4th. Dewey Dynamo, your race winner. Shrieky Sheila 6th. And JR's Pegasus was 5th. They were at the quarter in 31 and 1. The half 103 and 2. 3/4 135. The mile 2:05 and 2.
All set now for the 5th race. 8 starters behind the gate. There's Crown Time Fella with Jody Hennessy. Major Taconic, Mark Collett. French Irish, Peter Tecarton. F.L. Hitter and Mike Stevenson. Hello Monster, Steve Mahar. Cam Snow with Brian Moore. Eddie Mann with Steve Downey. Castle Creek, Ian Downey. Here they come. We're off, and Hello Monster quickly grabs the top. Crown Time Fellows on the inside. Cam Snow 3 wide, racing on to 3rd. In between them, F.L. Hitter. She's racing 4th. Then Major Taconic and Castle Creek. They swing on by the 8th pole up the backstretch for the quarter. And Hello Monster, Cam Snow settles in on the rail behind him now, racing up tight 2nd. Crown Time Fellows 3rd. F.L. Hitter is 4th. Then we got a Major Taconic, then Castle Creek, French Irish. Eddie Mann trailing the field. They were by the quarter in 30 and 3/5 into the top turn. It is Hello Monster, a length and a quarter. Then Cam Snow up tight 2nd, and Crown Time Fellows 3rd. F.L. Hitter, Major Taconic, Castle Creek making a move now. French Irish, Eddie Mann, and through the stretch they come. They are racing to the half. Up front with the lead, Hello Monster. Cam Snow 2nd, Crown Time Fella 3rd. F.L. Hitter up moving 4th. That puts Castle Creek half and 2 and 3. They're into the turn now and onto the 5/8 pole. Pacing on top, Hello Monster. Cam Snow, F.L. Hitter strong on the outside. Crown Time Fellows 4th. Then up on the outside, Castle Creek now goes to 4th. F.L. Hitter slapped on the leader now as they go to the 3/4 pole. Hello Monster a half length. F.L. Hitter, Cam Snow locked in 3rd. Castle Creek 4th. Crown Time Fella. Eddie Mann, Major Taconic, French Irish 3/4 134. Round the top turn, Hello Monster well in hand. On the outside, F.L. Hitter 2nd. Cam Snow locked in at the rail, racing 3rd, and they swing for home. And pacing on top, Hello Monster. F.L. Hitter. Here comes Cam Snow. Up in between horses. As they come to the line, got to be tight at the end. It is Hello Monster. Then Cam Snow and F.L. Hitter. Time for the mile, 2:04 and 4.
Grandstand now is number 5, Hello Monster. Hello Monster, a bay horse, 4 years old, by What a Monster out of Worth a Hello. She's by Say Hello. Owned by Brian Bent of Sussex, trained and driven by Steve Mahar. If Hello Monster is declared your winner, that is a drive-in triple for Steve Mahar. There's also Hello Monster's 9th win of the season, and a new win race record for Hello Monster, 2:04 and 4. Also in the photo is number 6, Cam Snow, owned by David Silliphant of Fredericton, driven by Brian Moore. Judges waiting for a photo between number 5, Hello Monster, and number 6, Cam Snow. Result of the 5th race is now official. Crown Time Fella was 4th. Major Taconic 7th. French Irish 8th. FL Hitter 3rd. Hello Monster, your race winner. Cam Snow 2nd. Eddie Man 6th. And Castle Creek was 5th. They reached 102 and 3. 3/4, 134. Time for the mile, new mark for Hello Monster, 2:04 and 4.
Field of 6, Sharp Doc and Jody Hennessy. Blue Coal, Sean Shannon. Island Kajik with Mike Stevenson. Bright Jennifer, Steve Mahar. Holly's Puff, Brian Moore. Fairlane Lad, Ian Downey. Here they come. There, off and Sharp Doc takes him out of there, up in between horses. Blue Coal drives for the top, shows on top on Holly's Puff. She's 3 wide. Racing third, round the turn. Blue Coal and Sharp Doc neck and neck for the top, and Blue Coal is on the run. It is a Sharp Doc, and he's up by 3. Holly's Puff gets to a second. Then Island Kajik moves to third. Bright Jennifer 4th. Fairlane Lad and Blue Coal now trails. And Sharp Doc, and there goes Holly's Puff out from second, winging for the top. They were by the quarter in 30 seconds. Holly's Puff now pacing on top. Then racing second at a Sharp Doc. We're going to go back 10 lengths to the rest. Island Kajik third. Bright Jennifer 4th. Then Fairlane Lad and Blue Coal. Holly's Puff takes him off the top turn. She's the leader, coming to the half, and she's on top by 2.5. Holly's Puff now by 3. Sharp Doc is second. Bright Jennifer moving third. Holly's Puff the leader by the half in 59 and 4. Into the turn they go for the 5/8 pole. Holly's Puff. Sharp Doc, Bright Jennifer now third. Island Kajik racing 4th. Fairlane Lad and Blue Coal. They're by the 5/8 and they go over the 3/4 pole. Holly's Puff. She has the best of it by 2.5. Sharp Doc second. Bright Jennifer wings up strong on the outside. Now third and going on. Bright Jennifer is now second, taking after the leader. The leader, Holly's Puff, by the 3/4. 1:30 and 4/5, and Bright Jennifer has caught the leader and moves to the top. Neck and neck now as they come on by the 7/8. They make the turn for home. Bright Jennifer shows on top. Holly's Puff is racing second. Sharp Doc, Island Kajik, and Fairlane Lad. Bright Jennifer. Holly's Puff coming on again on the inside. Holly's Puff coming on. It's going to be tight at the line. Little too tight to call between Holly's Puff and Bright Jennifer. Then tight between Fairlane Lad, Sharp Doc, and Island Kajik. And then Blue Coal. Time for the mile. New season's marked for the park. 2-2 and 1.
Judges calling for a photo here in the 8th race. A photo for win between number 4, Bright Jennifer, a bay mare 4 years old by Willow Bird out of Seabright. She's by Tarport Irvin, owned by the Jenny Lake Stable Limited of St. John, trained and driven by Steve Mahar. Also in the photo, number 5, Holly's Puff, a bay mare 8 years old by French Chef out of Farm Holly. She's by Keystone Orr, owned by the First Horse Farm of Moncton, trained by Brian Moore and driven by Brian Moore. Judges waiting for a photo between number 4, Bright Jennifer, and number 5, Holly's Puff. The result of the 8th race is now official. Sharp Doc was 5th, Blue Coal 6th, Island Kajik 3rd, Bright Jennifer, your race winner, Holly's Puff 2nd, and Fairlane Lad was 4th. The quarter was in 30 seconds, the half 59 and 4, 3/4 1:30 and 4. Time for the mile, a new season's mark here at EPR, 2:02 and 1.
5 starters behind the gate. On the rail, Crown Time Fella with Jody Hennessy. FL hitter John Davidson. Dewey, Dynamo, and Steve Mahar. Jet Step, Ivan Davies. Charlton, Sealster, Mike Stevenson. Here they come. There, off Crown Time Fella goes to the top with Dewey Dynamo. Outside, challenging second. Jet Step moving to the rails. He's racing a third. Then up on the inside, FL hitter and Charlton Sealster trails. They're racing on by the 8th pole now. Crown Time Fella Up on the outside that goes Dewey Dynamo. Challenging for the top, and Dewey Dynamo grabs the lead. Ground Time Fellow Racing is second. Jet Step third. FL Hitter is fourth, and Charlton Sealster trailing fifth as they race on by the quarter. They were by that marker 30 and 4/5. Into the top turn, Dewey Dynamo out by 2. Crown Time Fellow second. Jet Step, FL Hitter. Charlton Sealster trailing. They're by the 3/8 now. Here they come off the turn on through the stretch. Racing to the half, Dewey Dynamo in command. Crown Time Fellow. Jet Step, FL Hitter. Charlton Sealster starting to move. So is FL Hitter now. And it's Dewey Dynamo, the leader, as they go racing on by the half. 103 and 1. Out of the turn, they go racing now to the 5/8. Dewey Dynamo. Crown Time Fellow racing second. Jet Step third. FL Hitter moving up on the outside. Gets to third now. And Jet Step's racing fourth. And up from second goes Crown Time Fellow. Charlton Sealster trails. 2 leaders at it neck and neck. And on the outside, Crown Time Fellow. On the inside, Dewey Dynamo back on top again by half a length. And they're by the 3/4, 34 and 3. Top turn, Dewey Dynamo, Crown Time Fellow. Jet Step locked in at the rail racing third. FL Hitter fourth. Charlton Sealster fifth. By the 7/8, and they swing for home now. Dewey Dynamo. Crown Time Fellow coming hard at him on the outside. Far outside, FL Hitter driving on. Now it is Crown Time Fellow. Here they are at the line. Crown Time Fellow. Dewey Dynamo, FL Hitter were tight. Then Jet Step and Charlton Sealster. Time for the mile to 5 and 1.
Now in front of the grandstand is the winner of the second race. It is number 1, Crown Time Fella. Crown Time Fella is a chestnut gelding, 9 years old, by Most Luck out of Harriet Kelly. She's by Miracle Knight. Owned and trained by Bob Fitzgerald of St. John, driven by Jody Hennessy. Crown Time Fella picks up his third win of the season this afternoon, 205 and 1. Number 1, Crown Time Fella with Jody Hennessy. Result of the second race is now official. Crown Time Fella, your race winner. FL Hitter was third. Dewey Dynamo second. Jet Step fourth. And Charlton Sealster was fifth. They reached the quarter in 30 and 4. The half, 103 and 1. 3/4, 134 and 3. The mile, 205 and 1.
All set now for race 3. 6 starters behind the gate. Good Assassin with Charlie Price. O.B.'s Playmate, Jody Hennessy. B.J.'s Noble, John Davidson. D.D.'s Beauty, Steve Mahar. Dr. Dividend, Gary Vincent. Transition with Mike Stevenson. Here they come. They're rough, and O.B.'s Playmate grabs the top and up on the outside. D.D.'s Beauty challenging second. Good Assassin on the rail racing third. B.J.'s Noble fourth. Dr. Dividend. Transition trails. They race round the turn. They're by the 8th now. O.B.'s Playmate leading but 2, and on the rail now, D.D.'s Beauty racing second. Good Assassin has third. That is B.J.'s Noble. Dr. Dividend. Transition trailing as they make their way to the quarter pole. And the leader by that marker now, O.B.'s Playmate. By the quarter, 30 and 2/5. O.B.'s Playmate, a length and a half. D.D.'s Beauty racing second. Good Assassin third. And B.J.'s Noble. Dr. Dividend out moving now from 5th. Transition trails in the rail. They're by the 3/8. Here they come off the turn through the stretch out of the half. The leader, O.B.'s Playmate. Then D.D.'s Beauty racing is second. Good Assassin third. Dr. Dividend moving fourth on the outside. Transition follows cover behind her. Then B.J.'s Noble now trailing the field. They were by the half and 3. We're racing around the turn. They go for the 5/8 pole. O.B.'s Playmate now but 2 again. Then D.D.'s Beauty. Dr. Dividend, Good Assassin. Transition, B.J.'s Noble. It's on to the 3/4 now. And it's O.B.'s Playmate still but 2. D.D.'s Beauty racing is second. Dr. Dividend at her wheel driving third. Good Assassin. Transition, B.J.'s Noble. O.B.'s Playmate the leader by the 3/4 pole, 1:34. Out of the top turn, OB's Playmate. Still leading by 2. DD's Beauty second by 2. Dr. Dividend, Good Assassin, Transition, BJ's Noble. They make the turn for home. OB's Playmate. DD's Beauty coming up strong on the outside, charging to the top, and it is DD's Beauty now. Up the line, DD's Beauty, OB's Playmate, Dr. Dividend, BJ's Noble, Good Assassin, and Transition. Time for the mile, 2:05.
Parading back now, the winner of the third race, it is number 4, DD's Beauty. DD's Beauty is a brown horse, 5 years old, by Victorious Beauty out of Cherry Spice. She's by Rupert Park. Owned by Roy Goodine of Nakawik, trained and driven by Steve Mahar. DD Beauty gets his third win of the season and his fastest this afternoon, 2:05. Number 4, DD's Beauty with Steve Mahar. Result of the third race, now official. Good Assassin was 5th. OB's Playmate, 2nd. BJ's Noble, 4th. DD's Beauty, your race winner. Dr. Dividend, 3rd. Transition was 6th. The quarter was in 30 and 2. The half, 103. 3/4, 134. The mile, 2:05.
Behind the gate is approaching the top of the stretch. On the rail, Beaver Council with John Davidson. DD's Beauty and Steve Mahar. Cam Snow, Brian Moore. Crown Time Fella with Gilles Berriot. Sarah Down and Steve Downey. From the outside, post 6, Tarport Tassel and Bernie Charlton. 6 starters. Here they come. They're off and leaving the wire. Crown Time Fella from post 4 goes driving for the top, and Cam Snow works up on the inside quickly, driving for the early lead as well. Racing into the turn, Cam Snow now has the top. Crown Time Fella dips in behind him as they pass the 8th pole. Tarport Tassel on the outside. Comes to 3rd, Beaver Council racing 4th, then DD's Beauty. Sarah Down trails the pack. Up the backstretch, they're racing on for the first quarter. It's Cam Snow on top, a length and 3/4. Crown Time Fella sitting pretty, and Tarport Tassel has the 3-hole as they go by the opening quarter, 30 and 4. Cam Snow shows on top, a length and 1/2 now. Crown Time Fella and Tarport Tassel is racing in 3rd. Racing single file now to Beaver Council 4th. Then DD's Beauty. Sarah Down can see the pack, and they're by the 3/8 pole. Off the top turn, down the stretch, and here they come racing for the first half. Cam Snow, a length and 1/2. Crown Time Fella, Tarport Tassel still racing 3rd. Beaver Council is 4th. DD's Beauty now makes a move out from 5th, and Sarah Down remains a trailer by the half in 103 and 2. Into the clubhouse turn, racing on towards a 5/8 pole. Cam Snow and Crown Time Fella. Tarport Tassel comes out to challenge now, racing on from 3rd as they go by the 5/8 pole and make their way to the 3/4 pole. It is Cam Snow on the outside. Tarport Tassel. Crown Time Fella works up on the inside, back to 2nd. Tassel has dropped back to 3rd. DD's Beauty 4th on the outside. Beaver Council and Sarah Down. But Cam Snow leads by the 3/4 in 1:34 and 2. Cam Snow still a length and 1/2. Crown Time Fella. Tarport Tassel has dropped back to 3rd. Then DD's Beauty, Beaver Council, Sarah Down, and they are by the 7/8 pole. An 1/8 of a mile to go, and Cam Snow brings them home. Cam Snow and Crown Time Fella gives him a go. Tarport Tassel and DD's Beauty. It's Cam Snow comfortably now. Crown Time Fella, Tarport Tassel closing in on the wire. Cam Snow wins it. Then Crown Time Fella, Tarport Tassel, maybe Sarah Down for 4th, DD's Beauty, and Beaver Council. Time for the mile, 2:05.
Now parading back is the winner of race 3. It is number 3, Cam Snow. Cam Snow is a 4-year-old bay horse by Cam Fella out of Princely Michelle. She's by Samson Direct. Owned by David Sullivan of Fredericton, trained and driven by Brian Moore. Cam Snow gets his 6th win of the season, winning this afternoon in 2:05. Number 3, Cam Snow with Brian Moore. The judges waiting for a photo for 4th place money. We can give you, however, the official result of the first 3 horses. Number 3, Cam Snow, was your race winner. Number 4, Crown Time Fella, 2nd. Number 6, Tarport Tassel, was 3rd. Once again, judges waiting for a photo determining 4th place money. The quarter was in 30 and 4. The half, 103 and 2. 3/4, 134 and 2. The mile, 2:05.
The fourth race starters are behind the starting gate. The gate is approaching the head of the stretch. On the rail, Maple Grove Dorian with Winston Campbell. Blue Coal with Sean Shannon. Capital Venture, John Davidson. Hello Monster with Steve Mahar. He's Impossible, Brian Moore. From the outside, Moondust Hanover and Jody Hennessy. 6 starters. Here they come. Hello Monster is off stride. They're off and pacing and leaving the wire from post 2, Blue Coal. Driving for the top in Maple Grove Dorian, racing up on the inside. On the outside, though, He's Impossible. Drives on and gets quickly to the top. He's Impossible moves out now at length and 3/4 by the 8th pole. Maple Grove Dorian is racing second. Blue Coal driving third. Capital Venture fourth. Moondust Hanover, and back pacing and trailing the pack is Hello Monster. Up the backstretch, He's Impossible on top, 2 1/4. Maple Grove Dorian, Blue Coal is third by the opening quarter. He's Impossible, 30 2/5. He's Impossible takes the field into the far turn. He leads by 2 lengths now. Maple Grove Dorian is second. Blue Coal is racing in third. Capital Venture has fourth. There goes Moondust Hanover off the rail now, driving on from fifth, and Hello Monster trails sixth. By the 3/8 pole, and they're off the top turn now, racing down the stretch for the half. He's Impossible. Maple Grove Dorian, Blue Coal still racing third. On the outside, Moondust Hanover coming to fourth. Capital Venture fifth, and moving now from the back of the pack comes Hello Monster. He's Impossible, the leader by the half and 2. Into the turn for the second time. He's Impossible, still by 2. Maple Grove Dorian on the outside. Moondust Hanover inches up on the inside. Blue Coal stays in third as they pass the 5/8. Moondust fourth on the outside. Then it's Hello Monster. Capital Venture trails, but they're driving to the 3/4, and He's Impossible still leads by a length and 3/4. Maple Grove Dorian has yet to move, remains in the 2-hole. Blue Coal still right there, third as they go by the 3/4. 1:32 and 4. He's Impossible. Maple Grove Dorian and Blue Coal, Moondust Hanover. Hello Monster is 3 wide, and Capital Venture works up on the inside, but He's Impossible still leads by 2. They gotta catch him as they come driving for home. He's Impossible, Maple Grove Dorian, Blue Coal, Capital Venture. Halfway down the stretch, and He's Impossible holding on. Maple Grove Dorian, Blue Coal is third, and here they are at the wire. He's Impossible, Maple Grove Dorian, Blue Coal, Capital Venture, Moondust Hanover, and Hello Monster. Time for the mile, 2:03 and 2.
Parading back now with his second winner of the afternoon is Brian Moore, this time with the winner of race 4, number 5, He's Impossible. He's Impossible is an 8-year-old bay horse by Skipper Chance out of Warbonnet. She's by Valiant Brett. Owned by Brian Moore of Grand Bay and John Lawson of St. John, trained and driven by Brian Moore. He's Impossible gets his 3rd win of the season and his fastest, 2:03 and 2. Number 5, He's Impossible with Brian Moore. Result of the 4th race is now official. Maple Grove Dorian was 2nd. Blue Coal 3rd. Capital Venture 4th. Hello Monster was 6th. He's Impossible, your race winner, and Moondust Hanover was 5th. The quarter was in 30 and 2. The half 1:02. 3/4 1:32 and 4. And the mile 2:03 and 2.
Starters for race 5 behind the gate. The gate approaching the head of the stretch. On the rail, Trusty Bet with Brian Moore. Wanna Wave and Jody Hennessy. Rebel Lulu and Bernie Charlton. Sinor Time, Ivan Davies. BJ's Noble with John Davidson. Hola Adios and Steve Mahar. And from the outside, post 7, Dr. Dividend and Gary Vincent. Here they come. They're off, and 3 of them out of there, battling for the top, and taking it first over is number 1. Trusty Bet from the rail as they race into the turn. In between them, Rebel Lulu gets to 2nd, and BJ's Noble quickly grabs 3rd. Into the first turn, Trusty Bet on top by the 8th pole. Rebel Lulu has a pocket trip right now, and BJ's Noble is racing in 3rd. Then Wanna Wave driving 4th, Sinor Time 5th, Dr. Dividend and the trailer Hola Adios. They're well strung out as they race to the backstretch. Trusty Bet on top, a length and a quarter now. Rebel Lulu is 2nd, BJ's Noble, they're your first 3. By the opening quarter, 30 and 4/5. They're racing into the turn. Trusty Bet driving on towards the 3/8 pole. Rebel Lulu is racing in 2nd. BJ's Noble still 3rd. Dr. Dividend moving from 6th, comes to 5th on the outside. Behind Wanna Wave as they go by the 3/8 pole. Then it's Sinor Time in the trailer Hola Adios. Off the top turn, down the stretch, They're racing for the half. It's Trusty Bet, Rebel Lulu, and here comes BJ's Noble. Off the rail to challenge from third. One Wave works up on the inside fourth. Dr. Dividend outside fifth. Then Sinor Time, Hola Adios, and they were by the half in 103 and 1. Into the turn for second time. Trusty Bet, Rebel Lulu uptight second. BJ's Noble on the outside comes to second. Rebel Lulu is third by the 5/8 pole. Dr. Dividend racing with cover fourth on the outside. Sinor Time tips out 3 wide and goes on from fifth. Then One Wave in the trailer, but moving as well as Hola Adios. They're bunching up as they drive to the 3/4, 3 wide. Trusty Bet on the inside. Sinor Time, Hola Adios is 4 wide, 35 and 3, the 3/4. It's Trusty Bet and Sinor Time. Hola Adios, 4 wide, driving on. Up on the inside is Rebel Lulu. BJ's Noble, Hola Adios is on the run by the 7/8 pole. Neck and neck for the top as they come driving home. Trusty Bet, Sinor Time driving on the outside. Rebel Lulu is going wide third. One Wave up on the inside. It's Trusty Bet. Sinor Time coming on, but Trusty Bet holding on. Brian Moore, 3 in a row at the line. Trusty Bet, Sinor Time, Rebel Lulu, One Wave fourth. Time for the mile, 2:07 and 2.
In front of the grandstand with his third winner in a row is Brian Moore, this time with the winner of race 5, number 1, Trusty Bet. Trusty Bet is a brown mare, 5 years old, by Trusty Dream out of Fear Star Escort. She's by Happy Escort, owned by Brian Moore of Grand Bay and John Lawson of St. John, trained and driven by Brian Moore. Trusty Bet gets her 6th win of the season this afternoon, 2:07 and 2. Number 1, Trusty Bet, and a driving hat trick for driver Brian Moore. Result of the 5th race is now official. Trusty Bet was your race winner. One Wave was 4th. Rebel Lulu 3rd. Senior Time 2nd. BJ's Noble 6th. Hola Adios 7th. And Dr. Dividend was 5th. The quarter was in 30 and 4. The half 103 and 1. 3/4 135 and 3. Time for the mile, 2:07 and 2.
Race 6 starters behind the gate, approaching the top of the stretch. On the rail, Good Assassin with Charlie Price. Oblin Justin, John Davidson. Miss Moni C with Mike Stevenson. Trevor's Charm and Brian Moore. Man and Direct, Ross McDonald. Harry the Hat with Steve Mahar. And from the outside, Jim Jam Corky and Tom Mason. Here they come. They're off, and Good Assassin. On the far outside goes Jim Jam Corky, Trevor's Charm. Works up in between horses as the field goes into the turn, and Good Assassin has the lead. On the outside, Trevor's Charm. Outside of him is Jim Jam Corky. Miss Moni C racing up on the inside as they pass the 8th pole. Up the backstretch for the 1st quarter, Good Assassin and Trevor's Charm. Dips in behind the leader, and Miss Moni C, who's opened that hole, races 3rd. Jim Jam Corky looks for a hole and gets it. On the rail 4th. Then Oblin Justin, Man and Direct, and Harry the Hat trails by the opening quarter. Good Assassin on top, 30 and 4/5. Trevor's Charm racing 2nd, and Miss Moni C is 3rd. Then it's Jim Jam Corky racing 4th, Oblin Justin 5th. Man and Direct and the trailer, Harry the Hat, but Good Assassin on top and takes him by the 3/8 pole. Trevor's Charm on his back and racing 2nd, with the racing in the 3rd, Miss Moni C. Here comes Oblin Justin on the outside to 4th, followed by Man and Direct. Then Jim Jam Corky and Harry the Hat trails. Good Assassin, though, under a tight hold, takes him by the half. On top in 3. Good Assassin into the clubhouse turn for the 2nd time. Trevor's Charm on the outside. Oblin Justin comes to 2nd. Trevor's Charm on the wood, racing in 3rd. Then it is Man and Direct 4th, skipping Miss Moni C 5th as they go by the 5/8 and make their way to the 3/4. Neck and neck for the lead. On the inside, Good Assassin. On the outside, Oblin Justin tipping out 3 wide, rushing on from 3rd. It's Harry the Hat. 3 wide, and Trevor's Charm up on the inside 4th. The 3/4, 134 and 4. Good Assassin in between horses, Oblin Justin. Harry the Hat 3 wide on the outside 3rd. In on the inside, Trevor's Charm. Man and Direct in between horses, Jim Jam Corky and Miss Moni C far back by the 7/8. They're bunching up as they head for home. Good Assassin in between horses, Oblin Justin. Trevor's Charm looks to the inside. Oblin Justin now comes to the top. Man and Direct is coming on. Trevor's Charm is there. It's Oblin Justin, Good Assassin, Trevor's Charm at the line. Looks like Oblin Justin, then Trevor's Charm and Good Assassin. Time for the mile, 2:06 and 4.
In front of the grandstand now is the winner of race 6. It is number 2, Oblin Justin. Oblin Justin, a brown horse, 6 years old, by Quality Blue Chip out of Saltbox Patricia. She's by Newport Alley. Owned by Gord Gellert of St. John, trained and driven by John Davidson. Oblin Justin gets his 5th win of the season. His fastest this afternoon, 2:06 and 4. Number 2, Oblin Justin and John Davidson. Result of the 6th race is now official. Good Assassin was 3rd. Oblin Justin, your race winner. Miss Moni C was 7th. Trevor's Charm, 2nd. Man in Direct, 4th. Harry the Hat, 6th. Jim Jam Corky was 5th. The quarter was in 30 and 4. The half, 103. 3/4, 134 and 4. And the mile, 2:06 and 4.
7th race starters behind the gate approaching the top of the stretch. On the rail, Yapadoy with Brian Moore, Jonesy Hanover and John Davidson, Arapa's Heart, Winston Campbell, Dewey Dynamo and Steve Mahar, Mexico's Cowboy, Gary Vincent, Northwind Jamie with Jody Hennessy. From the outside, Eddie Mann and Steve Downey. Here they come. They're off and leaving the wire. Jonesy Hanover and Mexico's Cowboy battle for the early lead. Jonesy Hanover takes it into the turn. Jonesy Hanover, Mexico's Cowboy on the outside. Eddie Mann is 3 wide and drives on to 3rd. Arapa's Heart works up on the inside. By the 8th pole, Jonesy Hanover and Eddie Mann on the outside, driving on to 2nd. Arapa's Heart is 3rd. Mexico's Cowboy is parked on the outside 4th. Then it's Yapadoy. Dewey Dynamo moving on the outside from 6th, and the trailer, Northwind Jamie. By the opening quarter, Jonesy Hanover and Eddie Mann behind him racing 2nd. 30 seconds flat by the opening quarter. That's Dewey Dynamo up on the outside, coming to 3rd. Arapa's Heart is racing 4th. Yapadoy moving 5th. Then Mexico's Cowboy, and the trailer is Northwind Jamie. On by the 3/8 pole. They tip off the turn and make their way down the stretch for the half. Jonesy Hanover on the outside. Dewey Dynamo driving on for the top, and Eddie Mann on the rail racing 3rd. Yapadoy moving 4th on the outside. They're by the half, and Dewey Dynamo takes the top. Jonesy Hanover now is racing 2nd. They were by the half and 2. Eddie Mann on the rail racing 3rd as they go into the turn for the 2nd time. Dewey Dynamo now leads by 2 lengths. Jonesy Hanover is a 2nd. Eddie Mann is 3rd. By the 5/8 pole, they are 3/4 bound now. Dewey Dynamo racing on top, 1.5 lengths. Jonesy Hanover and Eddie Mann off the rail now from 3rd. Arapa's Heart has come back to 4th. Then it's Yapadoy fading 5th. 3 wide, Mexico's Cowboy. And the trailer is Northwind Jamie as they go by the 3/4. 1:33 and 2. Dewey Dynamo. Eddie Mann is coming to him on his wheel, racing 2nd. Jonesy Hanover right there 3rd. Arapa's Heart is 4th. Then it is Northwind Jamie, Mexico's Cowboy. Yapadoy trails now and off the top turn. Here they come for home. Dewey Dynamo, Eddie Mann coming on the outside strong. Arapa's Heart has come to 3rd. Now Eddie Mann, Dewey Dynamo, Arapa's Heart. Eddie Mann on top. Arapa's Heart closing at the line. Eddie Mann wins it. Arapa's Heart, Dewey Dynamo, and Jonesy Hanover. Time for the mile, 2:05 and 2.
In front of the grandstand now is the winner of race 7. It is number 7, Eddie Mann. Eddie Mann is a bay gelding, 6 years old, by Olive White out of Aunt Kate. She's by Night Dream. Owned by Milton Downey of St. John, trained by Steve Mason, driven by Steve Downey. Eddie Mann picks up his 2nd win of the season this afternoon, 2:05 and 2. The result of the 7th race is now official. Yapadoy was 7th. Jonesy Hanover 4th. Arapa's Heart was 2nd. Dewey Dynamo 3rd. Mexico's Cowboy 6th. Northwind Jamie 5th. And Eddie Mann was your race winner. The quarter was in 30 seconds. The half, 1:02. 3/4, 1:33 and 2. The mile, 2:05 and 2.
That rail set down for the 4th race, field of 5 behind the gate. On the rail, Dewey Dynamo with Wayne Mahar. Arapa's Heart with Winston Campbell. Adventure's Touch, Jill Barrio. Coffee No Sugar with Steve Mahar. Eddie Mann with Steve Downey. A field of 5, and here they come. They're off on Arapa's Heart, quickly to the top, and there goes Eddie Mann, winging up from the outside. 2nd and bidding for the top, and Eddie Mann grabs the lead. They're into the turn. Eddie Mann's pacing on top of the Rapper's Heart, racing is second. Adventure's Touch is third. Coffee No Sugar fourth. Dewey Dynamo trailing fifth, and they work their way up the backstretch. They drive on to the opening quarter now, and Eddie Mann's on top, a length and a half, and the Rapper's Heart is second. Adventure's Touch third. Coffee No Sugar. Dewey Dynamo trails. Eddie Mann, the leader, by the quarter, 31-2. They go into the top turn. Eddie Mann, a Rapper's Heart. Adventure's Touch, Coffee No Sugar, and Dewey Dynamo. Moving on the outside now from fifth. They're by the 3/8 pole. Swinging off the top, turning on through the stretch, and here they come. Racing to the half. It's Eddie Mann in command. A Rapper's Heart is second. Dewey Dynamo charging up third. Adventure's Touch is fourth. Coffee No Sugar moving from fifth. And Eddie Mann, the leader, by the half. 103-3. Out of the turn now. They drive to the 5/8 pole. Eddie Mann pacing on top, and Dewey Dynamo at his wheel, charging up second. Then a Rapper's Heart. Then Coffee No Sugar, and trailing the field, Adventure's Touch. On to the 3/4 pole, Eddie Mann, a half length. Dewey Dynamo outside second, a Rapper's Heart third. Coffee No Sugar and Adventure's Touch, and the 3/4 was in 134-4. Round the top turn, Eddie Mann still has the best of it. Dewey Dynamo hanging second. A Rapper's Heart third. Coffee No Sugar swinging out 3 wide. Adventure's Touch is fifth. Heading home, Eddie Mann, a Rapper's Heart. Coffee No Sugar coming on. Eddie Mann, a Rapper's Heart coming to him. They're getting tight. Here they are at the line. A little too tight to go. A Rapper's Heart and Eddie Mann. Then Adventure's Touch, Coffee No Sugar, Dewey Dynamo. Time of the mile, 2:06.
Now in front of the grandstand is the winner of the fourth race. It is number 2, a Rapper's Heart. A Rapper's Heart is a brown mare, 7 years old, by Bret Hart out of Rapuni. She's by Morano. Owned by the Donhill stable of St. John, trained and driven by Winston Campbell. A Rapper's Heart gets her second win of the season and her fastest, 2:06. Number 2, a Rapper's Heart with Winston Campbell. Result of the fourth race now official. Dewey Dynamo was fifth. A Rapper's Heart, your race winner. Adventure's Touch, third. Coffee No Sugar, fourth. And Eddie Mann was second. The quarter was in 31-2. The half, 103-3. 3/4, 134-4. And the mile, 2:06.